Hello and welcome to this week's attempt to stay relevant. I've got a bit of an announcement. This is obviously a new product that I'm working on, as well as a couple other new products that you'll see towards the end of the video too. So I have retro style articulated toes now. They are in stock on Etsy if you're interested. Links in the description as always. There's going to be a video showing how to apply them, and essentially we're bringing the mug or hot water back in. And now I do obviously do the MCU stuff as well. So I do both the Tom Holland main styles, the Andrew and the Toby ones as well. They can all be attached the same way as this video shows here. So leaving it in hot water for, I think I left him in hot water about 15 seconds. Obviously I'll spell up the footage because you don't want to be watching 15 seconds of me holding a toy in hot water. The feet come off really easily. Again, this is just straight out of a kettle, put in a mug. You won't be able to get the toes on just like out without any heat at all. The 3D print is rigid. If you try that, you'll probably end up breaking it, so just don't. And you'll see there I dunked it in hot water for maybe 10 seconds for the 3D print, so they heat up quick enough that you can make them pliable enough to slide on. It's always easier to put articulated feet on than it is to take them off, or just feet in general, actually. But yeah, you can see that especially with these black ones, I'm very happy with them. There is no colour difference at all. Like, these are seamless once they're on. Again, just repeating the process for the other foot there. And once again, just holding it in for maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds maximum should be enough with freshly boiled water. And yeah, you can't tell the difference between these ones. These are probably some of my best, in my personal opinion. So I'll dry them off. And again, I'm literally just going to be showing you a little bit about this. And stick around, I do have another announcement towards the end of the video. I have other styles for these feet as well. So articulation wise, they're the same as your standard articulated toes you'd get on most figures. It maintains all the same articulation you'd get anyway, with like the pivot at the ankle, the forward and back. It's basically a carbon copy of the original, just with articulation added into the toes. There's even a peg hole at the bottom if you like displaying your figures on display stands. And now for those of you that would want something for the Amazing Fantasy style feet, where they're more rounded, I've done those as well. And these are basically the same, only the toe shape is different. And these will work better on more realistic figures. So if you're doing a custom, or even if you just prefer these over the like pointy toes of most of the retro characters, yeah, I've made options basically. And now again, more options. I've finally got around to producing some Miles Morales feet. And you know what, I scratched what I said earlier, these may be my best ones in terms of colour matching and material matching. You can see the red is literally identical to the rest of the figure. You're not going to notice otherwise that these are different. I've kept the texture as close as I can to the original. And obviously on a shelf, it's going to be even less noticeable. It's a bit of a crime that I've not got Miles posed using his feet. I suppose standing up he's using his feet, but he's not using the articulation in his toes. And you can see what I mean by the texture, the pattern kind of carries through there. So I'm just going to go over some of the poses that you can get these guys in with these toes. Now these poses aren't the best, they're just to showcase how versatile these toes actually are. Now you can see I am kind of futzing about with them, trying to get them into the correct position. My base that I'm working from is very warped. You'll see me struggle with it later. You might even see a dent in when I try and pose one of the other figures later on. But yeah, you can see it's unstable because it'll stand up in some places, won't stand up in others. From the amount of hot water I've put on this card, it's kind of warped a bit. But again, another pose that uses the toe articulation. And just to prove that he's not kind of resting on anything. These toes are capable of supporting the weight entirely. And just to prove that, I'm going to put them in one of the most dynamic poses I've ever tried with these articulated toes. This did take me about 15 seconds of positioning to get right. But there you go. Yeah, these toes can hold a pose. They're very secure, they're made out of ABS-like resin, so they're not going to just like shatter on you. And just to prove there's no blue tack or like magnets or anything in them to like false sell these to you. These are literally just 3D prints that I designed, and they've gone through meticulous testing to get them to this point. Here are some tests I did to show that you could obviously just paint them red. But if you buy the black ones and you want to paint them yourself, obviously that I was going to do unpainted versions, but the black ones are unpainted anyway. And here's just another pose that uses the toe articulation, quite good for a symbiote style suit as well. And now, big reveal. I've got some Mandalorian toes in the works. This is just the prototype, hence why it's not painted or anything. By the time this video goes up, these should have proper versions in stock. They will only be unpainted because I haven't got a paint that matches the brown just yet. But yeah, there's a little bit of sculpt missing that I didn't realise there's a line that I've missed out just above the toe. So I'm going to go and edit the file, put that in. Maybe edit a couple more bits just to make it work a little bit more efficiently. But yeah, here he is. Thank you for watching. Again, links in the description as always. I've also realised the music's probably faded out by now. But yeah, thank you for watching, and any support is greatly appreciated. Once again, links in the description to everything shown in this video today.